Have you ever imagined an island born from pure volcanic fire, just rising up from the middle of a huge freshwater sea? Well, today we're diving into Ometepe, a place where two incredible mountains tell one epic story.
So in the ancient Nahuatl language, Ometepe, and you say it like Ome-te-pe, it literally means two mountains. And that's not just a name, it's the island's entire identity. It's exactly what you see.
And we're not talking about just any old hills here. These are two massive volcanic peaks that just dominate the skyline. They literally created the land people stand on and have shaped the culture and lives of everyone who's ever called this island home.
Now, here's what makes this whole thing so mind-blowing. It's where these mountains are. They rise right out of Lake Cocibolca, which is one of the biggest freshwater lakes in all of Latin America. So what you have is a volcanic island inside a freshwater lake, the largest one of its kind anywhere on Earth. A place so big, it's even home to freshwater sharks? Yeah, you heard that right.
Okay, so let's really get into it. Let's explore this island of two mountains. We're going to see how it was forged by volcanoes and how that fiery beginning created a place that's just so captivating geologically and culturally. Just to give you a sense of the scale here, the island covers about 576 square kilometers, and every single inch of it was created by the lava and ash from these two volcanoes. This whole idea of duality, of two sides, it's really the heart of Ometepe's entire identity.
And wow, what a tale they tell. I mean, these aren't just twin mountains. They're like geological giants with completely different personalities. So let's meet the stars of our show. Now, what I find so fascinating is the incredible contrast you see on this slide. On one side, you've got Concepción. It's the taller one, it's active, with that classic smoking cone that last puffed ash back in 2007. It's this constant reminder of nature's raw power. But then you have Maderas. It's dormant, it's serene, and its violent past now holds this beautiful, calm crater lagoon. It's just a perfect duality of fire and water, side by side.
But Ometepe is so much more than just rock and fire. It's an island that's absolutely bursting with life, a sanctuary for incredible wildlife, and a place with a human story that goes back thousands and thousands of years. Just look at this timeline for a second. It shows you how deep the history here runs. People have lived on this island since at least 1500 BC, and they left behind these mysterious stone carvings. Centuries later, and get this, it even became a hideout for pirates who were navigating the big rivers in Central America. And then finally, in 2010, its global importance was officially recognized when it was named a protected UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. And the scale of its natural beauty is just immense. This number, 1,767 hectares, that's the size of the Istana wetland alone. That is a massive sanctuary for countless birds, both resident and migratory, located right in the valley between the two volcanoes. But the island's story isn't just about what we can see and measure. In a place this ancient, the landscape itself holds stories. And to really understand that, we have to visit a place called Charco Verde, which translates to the green puddle. On the surface, the Charco Verde Lagoon is this stunningly beautiful ecological park. But if you listen closely, you might hear a little more than just the calls of the howler monkeys. Locals will tell you this place is different. They say it's being watched over. That feeling, that secret, well, it has a name, Chico Largo, a figure that's been tied to this corner of the island for generations. He wasn't a chief or a warrior. No, the stories paint him as a sorcerer, a man who practiced witchcraft with power he inherited from his mother. And according to the legend, even though the man himself is long gone, his spirit never left. His soul still waits there, in the dense, green forest that surrounds the lagoon. The legend actually identifies him as a man named Francisco Rodriguez, or Chico Largo, and says that he owned these very lands. Even today, people who visit talk about getting sudden chills, or that distinct feeling of being watched, or hearing strange noises coming from the woods. It's such a powerful story that weaves the supernatural right into the natural landscape. So, this blend of incredible biodiversity and this really rich cultural legend is exactly why Ometepe is so important. The stories, like the one about Chico Largo, they're as much a part of the ecosystem as the trees and the animals are. Protecting all of that is a huge task.
And protecting this paradise isn't simple. It's a whole complex network of conservation efforts. You've got natural reserves on both volcanoes, a wildlife refuge for the wetlands, and a big focus on community-based ecotourism. It's a holistic approach that protects everything from the cloud forests all the way down to those rare freshwater sharks in the lake. And all of these efforts lead up to this prestigious designation. See, being named a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve isn't just some fancy title. It's a real commitment to finding a balance between conservation and sustainable human development, making sure that the people who live there can thrive while protecting the unique environment they call home for generations to come.
And this leaves us with a really fascinating question, doesn't it? When you protect a place like Ometepe, you're not just saving forests and wildlife. You're preserving the stories and the legends that grow right out of the soil itself. So how do we protect a paradise where myth and nature are one? That's both the challenge and the magic of the Island of Two Mountains.